This morning we walked into our corner cafe and the lady behind the counter asked us where we had been.
Our Jolies.
And it felt like that moment we were finally home. We just got back from our Royal Caribbean cruise. We went to London, Hamburg, Bruges, and we're gone for 8 days and spent most of it missing this place.
It was missing it and kind of not wanting to go, and then we got to London, and I really enjoyed London. But yes, after 4 or 5 days away, I was ready to come back home to Vlore.
We
Yes.
were homesick after 2 days. He's saying 5, we were homesick after 2.
Yes.
And London was a bit of a culture shock. Here in Vlore, it's laid back, it's slow-paced beach town, and London was completely different.
Very busy, exciting, nightlife, very lively. People were very friendly, very helpful. Don't feel like we were kind of wandering around aimlessly, lost or anything like that. Very easy to find our way. So yes, I had a great time in London.
It was a little different for me. It was very busy. I was a little overwhelmed. We're so used to Vlore being so walkable that trying to navigate the streets and the cars and the bicycles in London.
And everything's backwards. They're coming at you from all different directions.
And London was expensive. I think we got a little spoiled living in Albania and the prices, but we're going to go into detail on what we spent in London and for the entirety of our cruise. So our next stop was Hamburg. And I think that our favorite part of Hamburg was the bunker.
I was not all that thrilled with it. Great city, very clean. Everything around there is new.
Hamburg's absolutely beautiful. I just think it needs more than a short port stop to really appreciate it.
Yes, it's a big city. To walk around it, it's busy. Full of underground trains. The train system, very navigable.
Then next was Bruges.
Oh, wow.
And this was a surprise. We absolutely loved Bruges.
Loved it.
Yeah.
Sure. The waffles were amazing. And come to find out, they do have maple trees in Belgium. They just choose not to make the syrup, and they prefer chocolate sauce.
And ice cream.
And ice cream on their waffles, which happened to be on the dessert menu, not the breakfast menu.
But it was absolutely amazing.
Yes.
It was probably the best thing we ate, I think, the whole trip.
Yes. Pricey. Get set to drop a few pounds, bucks, or euros. Bruges as a must-see on any European vacation.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
And then the cruise itself, Royal Caribbean, who you're a huge fan of, converted me. I love Royal, but
Treat you like royalty.
it did feel like every other cruise, which just means Royal Caribbean does a really good job of branding, and every ship is like every ship. So we will do a video that compares a U.S. Royal Caribbean cruise to a European cruise. And so that's going to be some fun for another video.
Yes, and things I found out while on that cruise from other passengers. Be sure to hit that subscribe and the like button.
So the journey home was a long one. We left the ship at 7 a.m. and walked into our apartment at midnight. It was a really long day.
Longest 3-hour flight I've ever been on. I don't know what else to say. It was a disaster.
So London was in the middle of a heat wave, and our train actually to the airport got canceled. Apparently, the heat expands the rails, and they cancel the trains as a precaution.
You don't want those trains going off the rails.
So we caught an earlier one, made our connections, got to the airport.
April was loving it. We were 4 hours early. What's the big whoop? You know, you sit down, you have a drink, you get to read a book, you get to relax. in a nice comfortable chair, all of that would be true, except for we were in Stansted Airport outside of London, and it is nothing of the sort. It is brutally hot in that airport. The chairs are made of wood, no cushions. There are no seats at your gate. So when you go to get to your gate an hour early to sit there to wait to plane, you're just standing there in the heat. It is black. It is relentless. I don't know what they have against the AC. Even on the trains when we were there were so brutally hot. It was like, the chocolate was melting. It was so hot. I don't know what else to say. I was just sweating bullets. I can remember it. And then, not sure if you've seen the video of the pure chaos of fire alarm, which never seemed to have any resolution to whatsoever. And then on top of it, the flight was delayed by 2 hours. So lucky us, have a couple more drinks in the heat, eat some fries, fight them. The airport is so congested because there is like one main terminal. All of the gates are in a different location with no seats. So nobody goes to the gate until 20 minutes before their flight is boarding, because then you're just standing there. And then even when you're waiting to board, you're standing on the tarmac. And it's 95 degrees, it's 140 on the tarmac, and you're melting. And there's no urgency to anything other than, I don't know, there's just no urgency.
15 hours, 17 hours, however long our travel day was, by the time we got home, we were ready. We walked into our apartment, sense of relief. It was just comforting.
Yes, it immediately went down to Pita Joni's, chugged a beer, and had a pita and some fries at midnight.
Yeah, thank goodness they were open. Lungomar is still very busy. It's usually past our bedtime, but they were open and active, and we could get what we needed. And I feel like we've only been here since May, 6-7 weeks, but apparently that is long enough for Vlore to feel like home. And for people,
yes, and for people to remember us and say, hey, where have you guys been? We've missed you. And to know our order, to come in and get a fruit crepe with no Nutella and a coffee Americano. To know that you wanted a Miesberek and a Coke, and a water, like crazy. When they have millions and millions of people that they serve in the time frame that we were gone. So it's really welcoming, really feels like home. And
we missed our friends.
Yes, our friends. I must have gotten 10 to 15 text messages from the different people when my phone shut off, ran out of the juice, and it didn't have a charger. And
next Sunday we're doing the full cost breakdown. Everything we spent in London, Hamburg, Bruges, and on the ship, and the casino.
Not the casino.
Every number on the screen. And we'll need to talk about whether a European cruise is actually different than an American one. And the answer might surprise you. It surprised me. And
yes, and we're probably going to have to talk about your gambling habits.
So if you want to follow along to see what life is actually like, hit subscribe.
Hit the like button. Talk in the comments. Talk amongst yourselves, Include us sometimes too. Have some fun with it. We're having fun. You should be having fun. Yeah, God bless.
Let us know your tips, because we're still figuring that out ourselves.
Yes, we are.
Wie popst u?
Meer popschen. Meer popschen. Goodbye, everybody.